Hey, what's up, guys? The X whatever here, and today you've all been waiting for it. What if Bell was Apex Part 1? So, I want you guys to decide in the comments for me. I just started this today, and it's actually currently like 12:19 a.m., but I'm gonna make this video like, from now on, videos might be 15 minutes or 18 minutes. I don't know, but sometimes it'll be an hour, so here I go. As Bell, no, as, how should I say it? Apex was eating the kaiju. When the kaiju breached, it was 20 times the size of a normal kaiju. Of course, Apex roared at it, and it roared back, but with a louder roar. And then the two of them being brawling it out. Apex making his hand into claws, digging straight into the thing's flesh, ripping it out and eating it. The battle was going on for 5 hours until the giant fell. Apex did not sustain any injuries because it had no allegiance to anyone. And it was strong. Strong. It had the strength of a Jaeger and a Kaiju. So, yeah. However, it did have some wounds on it, though. There's a scar, and there's some slashes on his leg and his arm. But that's all there is, and there's some on his chest. He goes up to the kaiju, Apex does, walking up towards it, taunting it that it's weak, pathetic. As Apex finishes the final blow, it used a last of its strength, or its last of its willpower, to grab Apex and throw it into the portal, knocking him into another world, basically. But as he's going through the portal, Apex notices getting smaller and smaller until he sees some sort of bell tower. He's now the size of a human, and now he's Bell. And that's when he hits it, ding, in the middle of the night. But everyone just thought it's just a church. Everyone's gathering for church at that time of hour because people would go to church at that time. But when Bell hit the ground into the Hestia Familia, Hestia is actually at the church, just sitting there, just, I can't find anyone that will join my Familia. And that's when Apex loses all his memories when he hits the bell. And he likes saying, guys, in the comments, but isn't he a kaiju mech? And yes, he is, guys, but since he was transferring into human form, his kaiju form kept getting a bit weaker, so when it hit the bell, it made Apex lose all his memories, so yeah. As Apex now does not know who he is now. Hestia, just as soon as the dust clears, she notices that there's like, a small person there, but it's a man. Not a man, but just say someone. She runs up to them, asks them if they're okay. Because Bell can't speak, guys. If you remember in Apex, he doesn't speak. He just, how he like gives Atlas Destroyer an arm. That's how he communicates. So Bell's a guy with few words. Yeah, he only says a few words, so he has to learn them. But as Hestia says, come on, what's your name? She's shaking him, but nothing comes out of him. So Hestia just sighs like, well, if you're not gonna tell me, do you want me to give you a name? The person with white hair looks at her with emotionless expression, and reluctantly, he doesn't understand her, but he decides to do something of instinct, just nod his head. It was like some sort of instinct that he should say yes. And Hestia is like, "Oh, so you do understand me." Another instinct kicked in. He said, "No." Hestia trying to put together, so. Huh. Okay. So, I'm getting this weird vibe that you don't remember. Say yes if you don't remember who you are. Bell nods his head in yes. And Hestia says, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" Or kind of. Bell shakes his head no and a yes, so that means maybe. Well, I'm going to say that's kinda. So Hestia decides to come up with a name first. Says, "Well, I can't keep calling you, white hair or something." So Hestia begins thinking of a name. But she looks at the bell and she says, "Ah, I know what I'll call you." Person completely naked is like looks at her and just says, "Name." Hestia says, "Yes, your name will be Bell. How's that sound?" He gets up completely naked. And Hestia's like blushes, like, "Oh, what are you doing? Put clothes on." So Hestia slowly grabs a blanket and just throws it at him. He just looks at it with that curious look, and he just decides to put it on, to hide his nakedness. Hestia says, "At least you're covered. Now, since you broke in here, you have to be part of my familia." But Belle looks at her with a odd, confusion face. She says, "Do you not know what a familia is?" Belle shakes his head no. He doesn't know what it is. Hestia says, "Oh, it's a place that you join like a goddess, or you can join a god or a guild, basically." G- Guild, Belle saying out. And she's like, "Yes, guild. You join it to make sure that you, sorry guys, I'm tired right now, so get cash and kill monsters." And Belle says, "Monsters. Kill, right?" Hestia says, "Yes, kill monsters." Of course, after that, Belle officially, that's how Hestia and Belle officially met. So let's just say Apex is imprinted on Hestia as a sort of thing that he wants to protect. Because now he has to protect her. However, I'm giving him the ability to turn his hands into claws. Because you know how Apex was. He always uses his fucking claws like a badass. And of course, his claws will be kind of the Kaiju mech, so it can be sharp as fuck. I'm gonna say 2 weeks go by since he's officially joined the Hestia Familia. Hestia's Familia. And he has weird stat. When Hestia first looked at his stats, they were strange. They were really high for someone his height. And she notices that she has some type of skill. It's not Zeus one, because Kaiju and him are strong. No, I'm gonna say whatever he eats, he gets stronger. Does that sound good, guys? Tell me down below if that is a good idea or not. If it's not, then I'll take it away. Because as Belle is going out for the dungeon, Hestia was working overtime to get actually good clothes for Belle. Of course, Belle just requested like these specific items, and he told her that it would cost less. It would cost her less of her doing a job then. Besides, Belle, as soon as Hestia got the materials, Belle made his outfit, and Belle says, "How do I look, goddess?" And the goddess said, "You look great." Belle says, "Oh shucks, don't say that, goddess." And yes, this is like Belle being all nice and shit. But this is when the trigger will happen, boys. But not yet. I want you guys to tell me, guys. I want you to guys tell me down below what should the trigger be to awaken his dark side, his inner apex or inner form Kaiju. It's up to you guys. I don't really care. It would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yes, it would be very interesting. So, as Belle is heading out to go to the dungeon, he meets a lady that he's supposed to talk to. And Belle's around level, let's just say in that world, probably level like.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not talking to anyone, I'm doing a video, Mom. Wow. Wow. Good job, Mom. Good job on interrupting my recording. Anyway, guys, as Belle began to. How should I say it? Has a secret. You know what? His level is unknown. So I want you guys to look down in the comments and tell me what level you think his level should be, since he's, you know, a kaiju mech. As Belle's going up the stairs, he hears stories of the Sword Maiden. He doesn't really care about her. Besides, I'm betting, guys, who'd win? Hestia versus Belle with secret abilities and with the Apex. Who'd win? If y'all voting for Belle, then yes, he'd win. Because, think about it. He's faster and stronger than Ainz. And he's a bit more he's a bit more resilient than normal, so anyway. Belle was a really strange one. He barely talked to people. Well, not talked to people. He talked to people that he liked, that if he liked them enough, he talked to them a lot. Like how in the show, but my Belle doesn't talk as much. He gets serious in battle. Or more precise, when he kills all his prey, he eats the corpses alive. And I'm gonna say every time he eats them, it increases his stat boost, but I don't know if I should add that, so. Yeah. As Belle's going up, the Minotaur fight began. Because Belle hasn't unlocked the ability for the claws yet. As Belle was saved by Ainz, that's when Belle thought he was weak. He couldn't do anything to defend himself with a stupid knife. All of a sudden, his body began heating up as he was running away from when Ainz saved him. His body began growing. His body felt more muscular and stronger, but he just felt different. When Belle, without realizing, Belle looked at his hands and they looked like a monster's hands. And they looked really sharp. As Belle was getting up from a pile of rocks, or sitting on a pile of rocks, he sliced a rock. He was just holding on to it, and when he let go of it, it just crumbled to dust. And Bell looked at his hands and wondered, wait, could this be my magic? So Bell decides to try with his hands on the wall. He starts slashing at the wall. And all of a sudden, the wall has a huge hole in it. And the rocks that are in the wall just turn to dust. Bill's like, did I get stronger? Am I level 2 now? Huh. Nice, I can't wait to tell my goddess. Can't wait to tell Hestia. Okay. As Bell's rushing down, but he slowly stopped for a minute. He wondered how would people react if they saw him like his hands. So without thought, Bell's hands returned to normal. Bell's like, did it return to normal? So Bell's going down and is like, how do I do that again? As Bell is going down, filled with blood on him, and he's like going down, hey! And the anime has like a bunch of blood on him. Yep. As you get back, as that was a day ago. A day ago. It's like nighttime right now. Hestia is sleeping right now. And Bell's in the middle of the night trying to activate his transformation. Bell's having a struggling time. He gets angry, and that's when they form. His claws. He just says, so anger gets him activated, and they slowly disappear, and like, oh, come on. What do I have to do to unlock you? To master you? So Bell just closes his eyes and just thinks about it. He thinks about it really, really hard, and it happens. His claws appear. And of course, Bell is still muscular, and he still feels stronger. But, yeah. And, by the way, if Bell's like focusing on his hands enough, the multiplier that the hand is using that transformation, it's like a multiplier basically. The more he uses it, the more powerful he gets. But the more he uses it, the more of his memories come back sometimes. But those are just little pieces of like 1% of his memory. So all of his memories are like 100%. So only 1% comes back every time he uses it. So it's gonna be like one memory after another. So yeah. As Bell's like, yes, I did it. And all of a sudden, Bell has a little like fragment in his head. He just sees something, but he doesn't know what. But that's all I'm leaving it off. Because he only gets those fragments sometimes when he's transformations. Not all the time. But yeah, it's rare. He gets them. Rare. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you really like that button, if you really love my video and my content, smash that like button. I hope you subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day. How do I stop my video?